New links between the Captagon drug trade and leading members of the Syrian armed forces and President Assad's family have been revealed in a BBC News Arabic investigation. Caroline Rose is with us now from New Lines Institute. Caroline, it's big business, and both the family and the military seem to be involved deeply there. What did you get from this investigation?
Certainly. So this important investigation reinforces a lot of suspicions and linkages that were made between the 4th Division and Hezbollah, particularly amongst individuals that have either already been arrested or targeted or identified as key participants in Captagon manufacturing and Captagon trafficking. Individuals like Hassan Mohammed Dako, who was a Lebanese-Syrian trafficker that was in the Tufail region of Lebanon and worked very closely with the Syrian 4th Division and Hezbollah to ensure the trade survived, along with Maher al-Assad, commanders within the 4th Armored Division, and members of Syria's prominent business community that have participated in the trade on a large scale.
Now, we know that many Arab nations are worried and even furious about this drug trade, and they're trying to stop it. What will they think now?
I think that the linkages that have been made between the Syrian regime and the Captagon trade, they were very well established even before this investigation. And this investigation comes with a series of receipts, court documents, text messages that reinforces what we know. It reinforces the evidence that existed before. And I think that, the fact that this has been backed up, I think that it shows even more so that strong connection that the regime has in its sponsorship of the Captagon trade. In terms of a response to this, it really does give countries pursuing normalization a choice. One, to continue the normalization efforts with the Syrian regime, or to try and pump the brakes on the normalization process.
Or putting some real pressure on Assad. Do you see any real pressure personally on Assad?
No, I don't see much pressure that has been placed on the Syrian regime. In fact, I think that we've seen counter-narcotics collaboration elevated to the top of the agenda for normalization discussions. For example, the Jordanian and Iraqi governments created a working group with the Syrian regime that was tasked with investigating who exactly was behind the Captagon trade. And the Assad regime has a role in that investigation now. So I think that actually we've seen the region empower the regime rather than establish pressure on its narcotics campaign.
And meanwhile, this is going on with no interruption, really.
No. In fact, we've seen the Captagon trade stabilize in the last year. It's still continuing to grow. It's not as big as it was in 2021 and 2022 in terms of the growth spurt. But we are seeing the trade spill over outside of the Middle East into Africa, into Europe. And it's still an incredibly profitable trade. So I really don't see this trade slowing down and normalization efforts stopping it.
Caroline Rose, thank you very much for that.
Of course, thank you.